Lee, what a perfect night for football. The sun is out, not a cloud in the sky, a little bit chilly right now. We'll get into the weather forecast a little bit later, but a perfect football night. The Caldera varsity team, they're warming up behind me, getting ready for this big matchup with the Crook County Cowboys. And you know what? How about this Wolfpack? Off to a 2-1 start. Maybe surprising for some people around the league, not for this young team with their first ever senior class. They're not surprised taking on those Cowboys, as I mentioned. They're 1-2. They were without their star player, Eddie Frioff, the Oregon State commit wide receiver. He was out last week with a shoulder injury. I'm told he's out again tonight, so an explosive weapon not on the Cowboys side. Let's see how that fares for both teams in this non-league matchup. Now, across the league, we have some other important games going on as well. Sisters versus Lapine in Lapine. Another shocker here, maybe not for Sisters, but for some of us. The Outlaws 3-0 on the season, while Lapine without a win on the season. Will Sisters keep the dominance going on the road, or is this a get-right game at home in front of the home crowd for Lapine? Our only other home game this week, Bend Lava Bears hosting the Canby Cougars. Bend, another really young team, lost a ton of their seniors last year, but they're showing out early. They are 2-1 so far in the season, and the Canby Cougars are 1-2. Now next week we get fully into conference play here in the IMC. Bend and Redmond, all those schools are going to start playing each other for the rest of the season starting next week. But this week still have these matchups, and we have a couple matchups that are away right now. Summit with a rivalry game, a state championship rematch with Wilsonville on the road. We've got Redmond, Ridgeview, and Madras also taking trips across the way over the state for an away matchup. In Culver, they played last night. They actually lost 60-56, or 60-56, I should say, to the Wilhelmina Bulldogs, so a tough loss for the Bulldog-on-Bulldog matchup. But for tonight's games, we'll have the highlights, we'll have the scores, we'll have the recaps, we'll have the top plays, all the good stuff. That's coming up later tonight. But, I mean, how about this weather, right? We're in the first night of fall coming up. John's going to join me right now to talk about this forecast for this Friday night football game. John?
Yeah, no, you know, it doesn't take a meteorologist to notice that it's beautiful out there, and it is going to be a little bit cool. Here is a look at the temperatures for that matchup.